Hey traders, John Howell here. Let's have a good look at the markets right now. Bit of a market update. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, make sure you see that trading course on the screen. Make sure you go get access to it. It's for free. So let's go have a good look at the good old stocky market. What happened today? Good old first day back from our holidays. Ready to go, ramping to go, and I am so excited about this year, guys. I am just jumping out of my skin excited. And why is that? Because I'm taking on probably one of the most greatest trading challenges out there on the planet. I can't tell you too much about it, but put it this way, I'm taking a small trading account into a really significant amount of money, and yeah, I'm actually going to be doing it all in front of all my private clients as well too. So it's going to be one of the greatest trading challenges that I've ever taken on. So looking at the S&P 500, the big thing I'm watching for in the S&P 500, we're at a dual die level here right now. Okay, we had a rally up, but what's coming on the S&P 500? What is next? Because look, this is where we're at right now. Okay, we are pretty much right at that level of resistance, and we're right at this level of support. What's coming up next in the markets, right? Resistance, high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and a lower high. And then we have this low and then another high low through here. So what's coming up next? Because this is going to tell us what comes after. Because look at this, right? Right now, we still are in a downward trend. And sometimes the market can do this when it comes to any market out there, right? You may be in a downward trend, makes a lower high, lower high, lower high, and it comes up, and then it makes a higher low, and it comes up, and you're like, oh, it's making a higher low. Here we go, the buyers are in control, and then it rolls back over and then does another lower high, right? So that lower high, and then all it is just the continuation of the trend. So for me personally, when I'm trading, rule number one for me is always the trend. So this is really significant where we are right now. If we change this here, it is a game changer. Meaning if we start to break above 4,100, it is a game changer in the markets. And then we could see a really good a good move up. Now, by the way, guys, when it comes to that here, I actually have a position on in the markets right now. And I'm not going to get into too much detail here, but I'll give you a quick little update here about how I'm actually benefiting from this volatility in the markets. I have a trade on the QQQ right now. Right? I have a trade on the QQQ. You see the QQQ has been going sideways overall. So what I've done is I've bought, and I'll show you this here. I'm not telling you to do the same thing, but I've bought a 2 years worth of time of options. I'm not going to get into options too much. If you actually want to learn more about how I actually trade the markets for income using options, again, in that trading course I teach you below. But here's the thing that I've actually done here, right? When it comes to options, right? When you buy a call option or put option, if you know that, right? If you buy a call option or put option, guess what? It only can go to zero, can't it? But it can go to like 500%, 1,000%, 2,000%, right? So what I've done is actually a few weeks ago, I'm actually still in the trade right now, is I actually bought about 2 years worth of time, round about here. I bought a call up here. I bought a put down here, right? Right now, the position is actually in a loss because it's just going sideways with time decay and all that sort of stuff and implied volatility and so on and so forth, right? So that's what I'm a call option and put option here, right? And so I actually did this recently. I did this. So if the Nasdaq does start to, if the overall stock market, what I was saying before, the overall stock market does start to rake a really big move to the upside, I have no idea why. My put option is probably going to be my put option is probably going to be worth, say, 90% less. Right, so I'm going to lose about 90% of my value on my put option, but I'm going to probably gain at least 200, 300, 400%, maybe more, depending on the volatility move on the call option. So if I put in $2,000 as an example, right, I just use the small number here. I put a lot more in it, of course. Just say I did $1,000 for the call options, right, and then I did $1,000. And this is just a real simple strategy: $1,000 for the put options, and then I bought enough time. If the market screams up, but then I only can, so I bought it for total of 2,000. If I can sell my put option, if I sell my put options back for, say, for $100, but then the 1,000 when it did 300% increase, right? So 300% is what? 3,000, right? I think I've got the numbers right there. So 3,000. So in total, I would actually then 300% increase again, and that's that happens through there as the market increases. So in total, the position cost me 2,000, but then I got 3,100 back. You see how that works? So that's how I'm actually playing. This is actually more like an advanced type of strategy. Again, my more day-to-day sort of approaching with the strategies is in that trading course and link in the description. So click the link, hit the link, right? So I just wanted to share this with you that there's some really good other funky strategies we can be doing right now to benefit from what's coming. Are we going to go for a big bull move? We don't know. Are we going to go through a big crash? We don't know. Are we going to be doing one of those? Yes. Which one? I don't know. And see, with this type of strategy, I don't care. What happens if the market does this? Cool. My call option loses 90%. My put options makes a few 100% return, winner, chicken dinner. Hey, I may not make, over 50% return on the trade, but I can make 20 or 30% return on the trade. Makes sense? But again, this requires time. And that's the reason why I bought 2 years here, and then I just let it go. Makes sense? And that's one of the most important things to that particular strategy. I'm not telling you to go out and do this, guys, by the way, because you got to understand, like right now, I'm actually in a losing position because both my calls and puts have crushed with the implied volatility because it hasn't moved anywhere, right? So you got to understand that I'm in a bit for a few weeks and the whole trade is down right now. But when we do break up or down and we start the trend, guess what? That's when we can start to click into gear. Moving over now through to the good old gold and silver. Let's have a look at gold first here right now. Gold is actually potentially, probably, starting that pullback that I've been waiting for, right? So we've had this move up to the upside, and now we're getting this overall pullback right now for when it comes to the good old gold in gold in the markets. So very nice move to the upside, and then we're probably going to start to see some form of pullback, but this here is the start to me of an overall making move to at least 2050. And then a bit of a pause at 2050, a bit of a backing pattern, and then away we go to 2,400. Moving over now through to silver. So look at silver, right? Silver is still really at this level of support. It's knocking on the door, and we're still rolling over here. So there's probably a good chance we're gonna start to see more downside to come. It seems like gold and silver are starting to set up for more downside to come for when it actually comes to that process through there. And also, let's go have a look at my baby, which is the GDXJ. I call it my baby because this is the one that I'm mainly invested in when it comes to the mining sector for the rest of this decade, not for 10 days, okay? You little bumblebees, you jump in, oh my goodness, I bought the mining sector at $39 and it's at $35. Oh my goodness, no, right? If you're investing, you're an investor. Learn to be a good investor. If you're a trader, you're a trader. Trader, all right? So that's what you should be looking at there. That major support level through here and a very big move to the upside. That's what we could be looking for from there, right? We could be looking for a big move to the upside, but I wouldn't be too surprised to see a bit of a pullback. And we do actually have a bit of a strong level of support and resistance around that 35 level. So it's going to be really, really, really key here. But that's the short-term analysis. The big long-term analysis is this. If we bring ourselves back out to this blue line here, see that blue line there? By the time we hit that blue line, which is a long-term investment, and if you want to make money like Warren Buffett, we need to do Warren Buffett stuff, which is buy, hold for many seconds for you guys. Years, right? Years. The purpose of me saying that, guys, is the mining sector for me is in the next. If you look at what is cycle analysis, things don't do much, then they go through boom, then they go through bust, and they don't do much, and they go through boom, they go through bust, and they don't do much. Right? This is like the property market, so on and so forth. We're in for a boom, we're in for a bust, we're not doing much, we're going to go for another boom. Right? It's just really simple, guys. So I see the mining sector having extraordinary quality moves coming real soon. Or actually, I shouldn't say real soon. Who knows when the real big move's going to start? We may have already started right now.